under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anna, do we have any public comments? Okay. Go ahead and proceed with the minutes for April 22nd of 2025. Do I have a motion? Did everybody get to review? Yes. Do I have a motion? Mr. Mendoza, do I have a second? Mr. Bosques, any questions, concerns on the minutes? Not, all in favor? Aye.
I abstained from that vote, Mayor. I just was given the minutes right now.
Okay. All right. One abstain.
Yes.
He abstained. Next item is mayor's comments. I don't have any. We'll go ahead and proceed with item 6B, monthly reports. Mr. Joe Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Bridge Board, ladies and gentlemen. Please turn to page 8. We'll get started. Can you hear me? This will be the vehicle crossing analysis of April. Cars saw a decrease of 5,454 vehicles. Commercial trucks saw a decrease of 281 vehicles. Please turn to page 10. This will be the International Bridge monthly total bank deposits. For the month of April, toll crossing income was at $527,337.28. Prepaid in-house, $73,949. Web payments, $126,931.75. Wire transfers, $11,208. And a total bank deposit for the month of April at $739,426.03.
Joe, is your mic on, sir?
Hello? I guess I'm just not close. I'm sorry.
Get it close to you.
I'll get a little closer. Please go to page 12. Sorry about that, sir.
It's all right.
This will be the monthly traffic report. For the month of April, cars and pickups saw a decrease of 3.81%. Commercial traffic, decrease of 4.68%. Bikes, increase of 16.09%. And pedestrian traffic saw an increase of 24.8%. Please go to page 13. This will be the superintendent's operation report. Excuse me. April 3rd, approximately 11:40 a.m., an accident on the northbound lanes of the bridge. As a northbound car tried to jump the lanes and cross onto the southbound lanes, where they hit a southbound vehicle. No damage to city property, no injuries reported. Both parties talked and settled, and each went their own way. A verbal report was done by the bridge custodian as they were present while performing duties at the bridge. April 4th, meeting with Mr. Gilbert Macias, Street Superintendent, and Tony Schell, Texas Department of Transportation, Joe Rivera and myself, to discuss the problem with traffic forming extra lanes to cut in front of the lines towards the toll booths. April 7th, an interagency operation, U.S. Customs, Border Patrol, Department of Public Safety, and military personnel were checking southbound traffic, causing traffic to back up periodically. Also on the 7th, replacement part for Turnstile 7 arrived. Bob Kapletsky from IS Department was contacted. He arrived Thursday at 10 a.m. to replace the part in Turnstile 7 with assistance from Richard Adler, E-Transit, who's standing by the phone. April 11th, Delaware Police Department was called to report a blue Hyundai Elantra illegally parked at the big turnaround area on the bridge. It was towed away at 12:24 p.m. April 14th, U.S. Customs checking southbound traffic in the morning. No major traffic issues. April 17th, an estimate was received from STX contractor for the gate and fence replacement at the large traffic turnaround area where immigration deportation buses park and release illegal aliens returning to Mexico. Also on the 17th, approximately 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., a fleet technician arrived to fix the emergency generator behind the Toll Plaza Administration Building. That's the new Toll Plaza. Problem was found to be a faulty corroded wire that caused an error alert on the generator. Also on the 17th, all commercial traffic stopped at approximately 2 p.m. due to the holiday, Good Friday. Also due to the holiday traffic, an accident was reported on the southbound traffic lane prior to the toll booths. One subject involved requested police assistance to be called. No injuries and no damage to city property. April 20th, power outage for a few minutes, no systems affected. April 22nd, meeting was scheduled with Mr. Peter Ojeda, Public Relations for Bridge for the bridge camera adjustments that are viewed online. April 27th, cash handling class was held online at the toll office at the toll office building at 9 a.m. for approximately 2 hours. And finally, on the 25th, U.S. Customs checking southbound traffic, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., caused traffic to back up on the U.S. side. U.S. Customs continued to stop and check traffic in the lanes in front of the toll booth, shutting down those lanes for a few minutes, which added to the traffic congestion.
Mr. Castillo, when do we start paving? I think there was already approved,
No, sir.
right?
If I remember correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong, it's supposed to start in July.
July?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mayor, Board, Joe Rivera. It's scheduled to be done in the summer. So technically it was in July, but we haven't heard anything from the purchasing department. So it should be done in the summer because it has to be laid out. It's a hot mix. It has to be poured where the outside temperature is hot enough.
Now, when you're coming down the bridge, there's a lot of barriers and everything. Are those going to stay there permanent, or as you go into Acuña on our side?
As you're leaving to Acuña, correct?
Right.
Yes, no, all that will be once the mill work has been done. They're gonna have stripings, they're gonna have lines, they're having the separation of traffic, and we're probably gonna have to upgrade to a different traffic device to separate the traffic. So all that will be upgraded and changed.
Are we still getting those long lines on the weekends, or how's the traffic flow into Mexico?
Yes, on Fridays it is. Saturdays is usually the busiest day. It starts in the morning and it mellows out a little bit in the afternoon. But every day, pretty much after 3:30, when school gets out and people get out of work, that's when we start getting all the lines.
I'm sorry, any other questions from the dais? No? Okay, thank you, Mr. Castillo. Next item, reserve for future construction, Mr. Chavez.
Good morning, Mayor, Bridge Board members. On page 16 is the Bridge Fund reserves for future improvement construction. Balances as of April 30th, 2025. Under the Bridge Fund, balance is $1,777,547.51. The Bridge Fund 5% reserves is $2,828,820.47. Under the General Fund reserves, balance is $1,417,978.05 for a total of $6,024,346.03.
Any questions for Mr. Chavez? Okay. Next item will be update on the Second International Bridge. Mr. Chavez?
Thank you, Mayor. A few updates. Just want to mention that in tonight's City Council meeting, we do have an amendment to the agreement that we have with RRP, which is our bridge consultants working on the Second International Bridge. The amendment that we're bringing forward is to increase their work for awareness campaign in the amount of $107,610. If you recall, a few months ago, we came to the Bridge Board asking for an additional $25,000 to, again, to have a marketing awareness campaign for the Second International Bridge. After discussing this with RRP, it would be best if they handle that and not through the city under their current contract, and that's what is being presented at tonight's City Council meeting. And so that, if approved, then they'll move forward on that awareness campaign, which would involve some sort of marketing effort and possibly a public meeting as well. Next, they want to mention also it'll be on tonight's City Council meeting. We're asking for approval for the mayor to travel to Mexico City to be present at the plenary meeting by National Bridges and Borders Crossing Group meeting, and the mayor will be presenting on behalf of the city, along with counterparts from Mexico and Acuña. And at this particular meeting, again, if we continue to be part of the second bridge discussion, this is a necessary presentation that needs to be made. And I believe each entity is given 10 minutes to present. So between the U.S. and Mexico, it'll be a joint presentation made at this particular session. And currently, RRP is continuing on the environmental work that needs to be done. They're working with the counterparts in Acuña, again, trying to stay at the same pace. And so right now, there is some difficulty in getting all the approvals to be able to go in on particular property to continue on the environmental, but that's something that RRP continues to work with each property owner. That's the update.
Any questions for Mr. Chavez? You said something about the RRP is going to do the promotions and everything, so that, what happens to the 25,000 that this council or this commission approved?
That, we won't be able to utilize that. It'll be done through the agreement that we have with RRP, which will be funded through the bridge fund reserves.
Any questions from the guys?
They will take care of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They're still going to charge us. Nothing gets done free in this world. Okay. Any other, Mr. Chavez?
That's it on my end, unless you have any questions.
No questions? No, sir. At this time, we'll go ahead with item C, which is proposed bridge budget financial. Mr. Castillo?
Yes, sir, thank you. Yeah, that was strictly for your information, for the Bridge Board's information as to what was proposed for the 25-26 fiscal year budget. It was for your perusal to see what we've submitted and so forth. So that's basically what it was, because the budget has not been approved yet, so everything is just waiting for everything to be finalized. But at least you have an idea of what was proposed.
Okay. Did everybody get to review those? It's just for information, so.
Just to elaborate, every department division is allowed to present to the city manager and to finance department their proposed budget for the upcoming year. Mr. Castillo has presented his budget as far as what he needs during the year for supplies, contractual. The personnel part will pretty much be done by the finance department, depending on any pay increase. But for the most part, again, it's kind of hard to read these small numbers, but this is pretty much what Mr. Castillo needs to operate on a yearly basis, again, regarding supplies and contractual. They did submit for additional request, which is attached to this, and any projects that he foresees during the year, this is the time to present for at least consideration. And as Mr. Castillo mentioned, this hasn't gone in front of council yet, other than he's already made his presentation to the city manager and finance department.
Y'all can also continue reviewing. If you have any questions, just call Mr. Castillo in regards to any concerns there. Okay. Next item, item F, discussion of appointment of a new board member. Mr. Chavez, can you explain this?
Yes. During the 2023 year, City Council did approve an ordinance regarding boards and commissions. There is a requirement under that particular ordinance that any board or commission member that holds an official office seat is not eligible for any boards or commission. Unfortunately, we didn't catch this until here recently, but Mr. Severino Gomez is part of the Valverde Hospital Board, and he was notified that based on the ordinance, he's not eligible to be part of the Bridge Board. And Mr. Gomez, I'm not sure if you wanted to address that.
I did. I was contacted by Mr. Chavez last week, and I'm here today just to get clarification on what the process is. Back when I was appointed by the mayor, he asked me if I had any interest in serving the community, which I did. I said I would help him out wherever he needed help, and so this board needed one of the commissioners to be appointed. And so in that process, I just wanted to know what needed to be done. Obviously, I didn't create the ordinance, or do I have the responsibility of enforcing it? And I wanted to know if any of the votes, any of the motions that I've made were valid or void. I just didn't want to be in the wrong or have you in the wrong because of, negligence or not finding out why or when I was elected to the hospital board. Make sure that everything's in the right.
Right. I believe you were elected in late 2024.
A year to this month.
Yeah.
In this month, which I was appointed to this board
In
prior to me
2023.
being
Yeah.
elected to the
Right.
hospital board.
And again, with recently catching this, again, the best thing is for you to resign.
Now, but I know, well, that's, I guess, the question. The best thing is for me to resign. Is that an opinion, or is that what's supposed to be done? I want to do things right, and I want to know what needs to be done. Because I did not apply. I was appointed by the mayor, so I was also voted on by council, correct?
Correct.
And so does this board need to make the decision to remove me, or do you?
Well, I think at this point, you resign, and verbally, and then you can bring us a letter stating that.
Is that what's required?
And
Yes.
we'll bring it back to council for their awareness as well.
And from me, as the mayor, I want to thank you for serving. That year that you served, you did terrific.
I do, and I want to thank all the commissioners here for all the help. I think the Joes are very informative and have a lot of experience in what they're doing. And so I thank the city, and I thank you, Mayor, for giving me the opportunity to serve my community in this capacity.
Well, you're still serving. You're on the hospital board now, so I think you're on a capacity that you are supporting or serving our city. From the bridge and from myself, we want to thank you for that year of service. You were, appointed by me, but actually approved by the total council.
Correct.
And at this point, like I said, we want to thank you, and hopefully, in the near future, if you're not an elected official, you can always come back to us somehow in one of our committees to make a difference in this community.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Chavez.
Thank you.
All right. Item G. Do I have a motion to accept Severino's resignation? Mr. Mosquez, second by Mr. Mendoza. All in favor? Aye. Mr. Mendoza? Okay. Next item. Set June 2025 meeting, Mr. Castillo,
The meeting will be June 24th at 10 a.m.
24? Does the rest of the commission have any problems with the 24th of June? It's your birthday? We'll have some cake for you. Okay, we'll go ahead and set it up for June 24. Okay. It is 10, you want to make any other comments, sir?